Yeah, I know they've not played Ascent.
Yeah, RDA hasn't played a single game of Ascent this split. Meanwhile, for LaZe, they've only played it once, and that was against
the SG.
Yeah, where they pulled up where they were fighting against the Jet Phoenix combination. And hold on, okay, this is quite the departure from the usual meta here on the side of RDA. They're having Mark L on that Astra instead of the Omen pick that we see so often here. The strength of Omen lies in the fact that there's so many spots available for those one-way smokes for you, and Astra having the bigger smokes obviously means that there's going to be less of those opportunities presented. Now, for the side of LaZe here, it's going to look fairly standard. We're going to see Kenji off to pick up the Cypher instead of the Killjoy. We started to see Killjoy's throne on Ascent almost start to dwindle down, you know, because we've seen the Cyphers come in from a lot of these teams, even in the major VCT regions as well. The Deadlock has been in the conversation as well, but not as a primary sentinel, albeit.
We've only seen one Deadlock. Thanks for that, Redco. If you hear me. Thanks for that. Fun stuff.
And it was on Lotus of all things, you know?
I know, right? That was the crazy part.
Like, I had my notes ready for like Deadlock on Bind, Deadlock on Ascent, but
I threw my notes out. He just made them useless.
Oh my god. Now okay, I'm just thinking about the Astra here from Mark L, right? And I suppose one thing the Astra will give you is a lot stronger defaults, I would say.
Yeah, because you can cover the map pretty much from any position. It does take a little bit of time to go through, but you know, if you're a well-noted Astra player, which I'm very sure Markel is, you'll be fine. You can handle a lot of defaults. You can play very, very slow. You can actually break up the pace however you want. The only other way that can kind of be fought for in terms of contention of a playstyle is Omen, but you know, most of the time the Omen's not too far away. We know the Astra could be a whole 2 bomb sites away if it was a 3-mapper bomb site. So far, everything's going to be slowing down, yeah.
Paranoia is going to come through. Already on that hell position. A door from tree is going to get shut out here. The spike is going to be planted, and we're going to go into yet another 5v5 retake here. It's Mark L. We'll find that first kill on towards Kenji, who's looking over at Min. And now it's going to be Fixie trying to make a play, but Zan, his counterpart, getting the better of him. Lenny getting a double shut out. The players on towards tree, getting the 3rd kill to shut out Doctor as well. Now Sube left on his lonesome with the Sheriff in hand. What can you give us here, buddy?
Oh, he's being flanked though. There's the first shot coming from Temps. The drop down is going to be deadly, but he does find Zen, so not even going to find that kill up towards Heaven. Temps closes it out. Lenny with that beautiful, beautiful 3K. I mentioned before, quite the sharpshooter. And yeah, LaZe, they take their first round. It's the pistol going towards them.
I need someone to hold me. Like Lenny held that tree position. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He just killed all 3 of them on his own.
Even with 70 HP holding the close angle against Doctor over there. I believe Doctor had a, what? Had a classic?
A couple of them had classics, a couple of them had ghosts. But yeah, Lenny just with the ghost just blasting everybody in the face there.
Just give him single tap weapons, man. I mean, look at him. He's already brought up the Guardian. He's going for headshots. Way more.
Oh yeah, this is the LaZe we know and love, don't we? And this is on the perfect map for it as well. A sense one of those maps where you really can't. Oh, what was that shot from Divine? Did he just catch Mark L as he was jumping up to his spot from Ice?
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, a little bit of a.
Oh my god, he survives.
Oh, and Lenny finds the kill to Doctor 2. It's falling apart for RDA. I mean, yeah, they're on the low buy, but They're in the low behind the save, but even then, I don't think that's a round they're really too proud of. Even then, sure, a losable okay, look, a losable round can be a losable round, but you can still play a losable round properly. You know, like that's a bit rough for them.
I'm still hung up on that shot from Divine. Like, yeah, that's a spaghetti falling out the pocket kind of moment. Goddamn.
Yeah, snapped it right in front of the Italians too. Okay, so buy for LaZe is going to be okay, a little bit solid in terms of the armor so far. Sheriff onto Divine and Temps. Lenny onto the Spectre. Actually, that's a bit odd. Expecting him to hold the Guardian.
Yeah, they're already pushing up all the way on towards mid right now. They're leaving Zan tucked in. This is such a Demon 1 strat, man, where they try to like leave them. If you remember EG Demon 1, where they would leave him in towards mid to try to find an almost like lurk-ish timing kind of play. And if Jansen isn't too careful here, he might be the recipient of that play. But look at the rest of LaZe here. They are just spreading out, claiming the rest of the map, while Zan, he's just free to play as he wishes here. Now Fixie, and so will be slowly swinging into him at the moment, but Kenji will get the better of him with that Guardian. And now rest of the players from the side of LaZe, they're going to be executing onto Word 3. Mark out to try to hold this, gets the first all still, but Sube does get the trade across. Now Jansen all on his lonesome on towards his A side, trying to find the kill on towards Letty. Barely gets it across. Kenji, he's already on the site.
Flash is going to get thrown, but Jansen shuts him down so far. And yeah, that's a triple kill for him. So RDA, they find back their first round into the full-on guns. Good stuff for them. Okay, there was something crazy that happened. So while the site execute was happening, Zen was over in mid, right? He dashed through into spawn in between Sube and Doctor, trying to find a kill there. He dashed into there. He heard the rotation come in and he dashed in, trying to take the fight, trying to cut them off in the rotation. But Doctor, I think he got that kill, turned around, dealt with him. That would have been
insane.
So messy. That would have been so messy from all fronts of RDA, but luckily they stabilized that one.
The rest of LaZe, look at this pacing already. There's just slow walking up here with Fixie. Oh, the Hunter's Fury, he's just going to narrowly avoid the first two shots. Gets tagged up by the third, though. What? And Jansen, he gets a pick on towards Thames, who's trying to scale up as all that chaos and commotion was coming through. Fixie, he's in that cage. He finds a close range pick on towards Divine, but Mark L just backing them up here. It's going to be it shut down by RDA 2-2, tying this out all across the board.
Don't be angry.
All right. Good stuff for them. And LaZe, not too much damage on towards RDA, so equalize already so far into the first four rounds. That's it. Okay, that's a very interesting Cypher setup so far. He's trying to catch the entry for Zen coming in. That's why it's set up so high, but I like this actually for him. However, LaZe are not going to be over towards the B side just yet. They're all the way over on A. Swing comes out from Markel, but he dies straight away as Zen. Classic taking his head out. That's a gun given over.
And that's the last thing you want as well. Mark already falling down so early here, but look at the positioning from Zan. He is stuck all the way in towards wine here. But Doctor picks up the kill on towards him. The rest of the map is going to swing in towards B as LaZe are starting to call their rotation now. This is going to be the site where Jansen has his setup in, so the rest of RDA are able to rotate in time. Should be able to catch them out here. The fault line already back up from the Doctor to cool down. It's gonna go out here. Doesn't catch anyone, I think, but oh, Fixie, the collateral with the Outlaw here. to open things out, and that's going to be RDA taking the lead against LaZe.
Perfect setup coming in. It actually does come back to really hamper them, that B-side setup. Yeah, at first I thought it was to deal with Zen, putting the cage up so high, maybe to hear the sound. But no, actually, I totally forgot. Yeah, the one-way is also another possibility, and running through it, it just helps them so far. Again, whichever case scenario it was for, either for Zen or for the whole team, the one-way, it does really well to bring them this third round. And again, look at the ults coming in through as well for RDA. They have 3 up, they have Neural Theft, they have Knives, and they also have the wall, the Astral Wall coming in as well. Temps does have the KO ult.
I think it's the operator from Fixie as well. It's going to be online now. And that mid presence is going to be just so foreboding.
Oh, we might
see LaZe to try to contest this.
We might see this head-to-head. This was the proper head-to-head for this entire series. It's between these two duelists. Now turn offers at the moment. See if one of them gets that opening pick so far. Space is being taken from Zen. He's going to join up with his team over into Catwalk as well. It looks like it's going to end up on A. Spike's going to be followed through in towards main. His team is already here into Wine, and slowly, just ever so slowly, they're going to make their time worth to try and crawl into the site. But if there's no answers, and the lurk hit comes first, and there's going to be a full rotation coming through. No, full hit coming through.
Now Mark is going to blast him. Oh, Zan! A nasty no-scope to secure the trade. They're so confident. Put that off. One of the combat snipers here. And Jansen, he's going to spot the rest of LaZe funneling in through mid, coming through market. He's going to just back up towards CT here, waiting for the rest of his team. 13 seconds and counting. LaZe, he managed to get the spike down in time. Doctor, though, finds a pick towards Temps as he tries to hold towards that pizza position. And Fixie now blitzing the updraft. Oh boy, and Zan is somehow going to come out on top. Lenny finds the Doctor as well as this goes into a 2v4. Jansen finds a kill on towards Zan. With 3 on the other side to try to get the kills against. This might be slightly rough.
He just has to run. Jansen has the op in his hands. He just has to run. Save it for the next round. That's the thing that's worth way more at the moment. Somehow LaZe do it. They find that first pick and they go for the full rotation. Jansen was caught out, so concerned that it was going to be a full hit towards A, that he was nearly caught mid-rotation. Even with the little fight that he had towards mid, bringing himself back into B, it still wasn't enough. And Fixie not being able to find that kill towards Zen, stuck in the corner. The little jet updraft anime fight. Yeah, it's all fun. We love to see that. Knives out.
Yes, this should do.
I wish you could see it from Zan's perspective, man. That flick upwards to catch Fixie must have been insane from his POV.
Might have heard it. Might have heard the updraft first and reacted off of that. Who knows? All right, so operator still online for both teams. There is going to be a Odin bot up for Sube. That makes sense. On the Sova, when you have, you know, essentially wall hack capabilities, put yourself in the Odin. The walls, in a sense, sometimes, depending where you are, they can be very paper thin. Fixie waiting for this.
He knows it's here. He's seen Kenji's tripwire as well. It's going to be broken. So I wonder if Kenji will take the bait here. Will he bite on this? Oh my god, he's just inching across. Oh, there we go. Payoff, baby. We find Fixie in the first pick with his op here. And now, that's going to be slowly scaling up here. Oh, he's going to be spotted. Tucking towards the left corner and spotted by the sonar dart as well. Fixie will be holding this angle. But the cloud burst will get him out just in time there. Oh, LaZe are set to hit this A site. Sube already getting taken out early on towards tree. Smokes are already down. Now Fixie does get a hit of Zan here in that operator head-to-head. Mark, oh, gonna kill on towards side as well, but not before he gets traded out. The last 2 remaining players here, Thames and Divine, stuck in a 2v3 position. Divine does have a little bit of an off angle here, but oh, misses his shots, gets caught in the open. It's gonna be Jansen to secure the round for his team, 4-3. RDA on the lead.
I love that Fixie picked up the Odin for the entry into the retake. That's fun. Oh, but yeah, you just have a feel. I don't know. I have a feeling that Kenji, he absolutely knew Fixie was around that corner, right? And so did Fixie, knowing that Kenji was around that corner. You saw just from the movement just how careful Kenji wanted to peek that. Just pixel by pixel. It was quite literally like half an in-game unit he was trying to peek. And he still dies. Kenji's probably like, yep. Yeah. That makes sense.
You know those
Saw that one
like
coming.
flip books you could buy from like the Kadai Runchits back in the days?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like watching one of those where someone would like flip it page by page. Oh my god.
Tension, man, tension. But yeah, okay, so LaZe are gonna call out their timeout here. If I'm gonna take a guess at what they're discussing, it's likely just how to deal with getting some sort of early space without contending against the op. Yeah, you know, the op is gonna be the question mark, right? It can either be played towards A, mid, or B. A good opera will always take one shot and then rotate off to another position, either within the same site or completely towards the other side, right? So they have to figure out how to crunch this down, take the space that they need, and not be so afraid, I think, of taking that space, which is something that I wouldn't say for LaZe. I don't think they're afraid at all. It's just their pace makes them seem like it.
Oh yeah, and the rest of the LaZe now, they're choosing to rotate all the way towards B. They've gotten the orb, I believe, towards A main. This B side. The hit's gonna come through. The dart just barely missing Fixie here. He's so far up, but oh, unfortunately, he's just gonna miss timing. As I say that, Kenji, he gets picked out on the back line. That's gonna be man advantage in the favor of RDA here. Sube with the Odin, he's backing off. He's out in the open though. If he gets caught out here, just barely able to get into cover. Now, Sen, the entry is going to come through the smokes, the mollies, just securing this side here. Fixie with a shorty in hand. What was that? He chooses to swing the smoke. Could have spelled disaster, but Lenny finds the pick on towards Jansen. Now,
Quite the odd retake here. Oh, and there goes Fixie. Down into the logs position.
Yeah, it's in a 2v4 right now. I don't think RDA are in a position to make an attempt for this. Look at how far LaZe have already recessed themselves on towards this side. And this Lenny, he's going to be scaling up here on towards market. If the side of RDA, if they try to mount a retake on this, this will be the final nail in their coffin, truly. Markel, he's going to get spotted out. That's going to be first tap. And that's the second kill, going in the hands of Lenny. We'll get a KDA check at the end of the round here, but that's going to be 4-4. Even scoreline again on towards Ascent.
Has
Lenny
had an ace? No, right?
He nearly had one with the Odin.
He's always nearly had one. He's like Mr. 4K. He's the guy that posts the clip onto Twitter. And it's like, don't ask why it stopped. Don't ask why it stopped before.
No way you just called him Mr. 4K.
He's getting all the 4Ks. He's getting all the 4Ks. What do you want?
He really is. He really is, honestly.
It's good to have a Mr. 4K on your team regardless. Means he's doing work. Ooh, a bit of damage coming through onto Lenny himself, actually, but Zen actually finds that kill towards Markel. I think Markel is trying to take a little bit of space, trying to contest, but this is his life for it. Not too sure with that. Oh, but the returning kill from Doctor, it's even more impressive. Good little one tap with the Sheriff. Sharp as ever is the leader.
That's going to bring things back to equilibrium for now, but the lurk from Kenji here. There's going to be no presence from RDA out on towards B main, and it's going to signal the rotation once again. We've seen this start from LaZe a lot of times already, where they try to start strong towards this A extremity, and they leave out middle in the equation, and I think that was the call that's been made in their time out there, because they've been avoiding mid for the past couple of rounds and just been going straight to this A to B kind of playbook, and it has been working out for them, hasn't it? Now Jason,
Really has. Oh,
yeah,
Jason.
Jansen, oh my god, he gets a second kill. As I reinsert the N back up towards his name. The Hunter's Fury is going to come through from Lenny here, but unfortunately, Sube and Fixie, they are just going to overpower LaZe here with the big guns from the side of RDA.
Good stuff from them. And they take back the lead into this half. So this is looking a little bit more competitive, this map, which is, again, fascinating on its own right. We saw streaky variants of both teams for Lotus instead, and that just probably has to do with, you know, protocols, doing homework for each team, the reads and everything. So Ascent is a bit more of a wild card. This was indeed LaZe's pick, so RDA are doing really well to actually hold themselves up for this.
Yeah, considering the fact that we haven't seen RDA on Ascent at all, yeah, they've been faring pretty well. Ooh, the ultimate is going to be dumped down by Thames here. And Fixie, he's going to have the angle taken away from him. The pop flash does come through, but Divine, 2 kills already to open up the round. The Molly here to force him in towards Pizza. Fixie holding such a tight angle here. Mark Al gets caught out right in the open, and it's going to be LaZe across the board. The Odin from Lenny.
Cage triggered.
Return to sender with those bullets. It's going to be Jansen left with 23 HP into the round. 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. LaZe still have the spike in their hands. It seems like the call to rotate towards A will be made here. Jansen will be answering in kind. The Sonar Dart does come out in case he's close to spotting out, but Jansen will just be able to find the timing here. He will open up that tree door. And I wonder what's the angle of the play here, because I doubt he's going to go straight for it. This might be a call to get some exits, I think.
Yeah, this seems like the best case scenario for him. 23 HP, and the first guy around the corner has a machine gun. Time is ticking down. He's holding a tight angle, peeked, and yeah, just riddled with bullets towards his hip. Okay, so 5-5. I'm not too sure I particularly enjoyed Sube's push out the smoke there towards Catwalk.
Yeah.
I understood the plan to try and cut the tail end of the team off, but I think just a little bit more patience would have been fine. Jansen was already there holding the spike. I mean, Fixie did go down, yes, but yeah, not too sure if spreading like that was the idea for RDA. It seemed a little bit rushed to try and lock down the round, so gone towards a equalizing round 11. Shotgun's going to be bought from Markel. He's going to try and play it really close. For a second, I thought he was going to push up into his own one-way, which would have been insane, but with a shotgun, you could really make any plan work, really. They're all valid. So
And
far, though... yeah, go on.
The adjustment from RDA is that they're going to be crunching down towards mid. But here's the problem. LaZe haven't got mid in quite a while here. And now as Fixie tries to push the envelope a little too much there.
My ultimate is ready.
Thames is going to send him packing out. And LaZe, recognizing that they have the economy advantage, is just going to force RDA to reveal their hands here. Fixie's already gone down. It's going to make it so much harder to come back into this round.
Oh, there's the shotgun close range. It works out. Takes up Divine and an upgrade for Mark L as well.
30 seconds.
So it's going to come through and try and stop a B push, but no one's going to be pushing that just yet. It's actually going to be the return hit onto A, and Markel's not facing the right way. He's actually technically still out in the open here, so he has to try and make sure he finds good positioning for it. Hides away, but there's a machine on the other side. Has to be careful. Takes down the spike planter. Takes out
10
Thames.
seconds left.
10 second spike is recovered, so this is still possible. Going into the post. NG wins out that mid fight too.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Doctor swings it around. So into the 2v2 we go.
This is doable. Look at the ultimates. Doctor will be deploying the Rolling Thunder across the bomb site here, catching up both these players, I believe. And now, Lenny will actually be able to cover his teammate here, getting the kill on towards the Doctor from A main. Now Mark L, he's caught in the middle of a crossfire hit, and it's going to be such a rough position as Zan secures the kill. That's going to be LaZe taking the lead once again.
Do you think it would have been worth for Mark L to put down the wall there?
Ooh, yeah, I think that might have been a difference maker, honestly. If they were able to split out the site and seal off that A main avenue, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if the wall gets used over it towards this final round before we swap halves. It's either going to be equalized or someone's going to take the lead.
And now it's going to be a bit of a gamble stack towards B, I believe. They have 3 players.
Here.
Okay, never mind. They're going to be rotating Sube away for now. But as Fixie, he's going to get blasted by that Odin, and now his B side looks so much more vulnerable. They will still have the Cypher setup from Jansen here, but if he gets caught out on this close angle here, it might spell a little bit of trouble. And Kenji, stuns are cosmetic in this game. There's no way the no-scope comes through from Sube, barely ducking out on towards the spray from the Odin. But we'll fall victim to it right at the very end, and it's now a 2v4 for the remaining players on the side of RDA here. A tall task to have to try to answer for. First kill gets picked up by Divine. Now Mark L, the last of 2 players. Tall task on his shoulders, finds the first one to Divine, but Zan shuts him right out. It's going to be 5-7 in favor of LaZe.
RDA, I don't know. It's a bit odd. It feels like they're... I don't know. It's either they're cooking something up for the attack, maybe. They'll find their way back in.
I think
their defense looks a bit off here. Towards the end.
I think they're just uncomfortable on this team composition because, especially running that Astra, right?
Right.
There has been rounds where, if you remember that one little quasi-buy round where RDA had Mark L walk up towards A main and he got picked, I think it was just a miscommunication on towards like what util was going to be deployed to supplement that push, and I think RDA are starting to show their cracks with this team composition. Oh, the fast play is going to come through here. Fixie already all the way out towards lane here, getting tagged up by the dart. The Doctor will find the first kill as LaZe. They swing out the smoke, but Doctor and Fixie, they are fighting for dear life as Divine. Oh, look at them. The wrap around might be huge here. Barely spots out the Doctor. Fixie gets taken down. This is now going to be going on to a 2v2 situation. Mark and the Doctor, they are going to be sprinting full steam ahead on towards the A side, but Doctor opts to back out instead. Trying to find this pick on towards Divine. The close shoulder peek is going to find him. This flash to try to get him off the angle now. RDA. Oh, I'm worried about this because it looks like they might have just missed their timing to try to find that potential pick. And look at this, Mark L has no stars left to play with.
The good thing is for RDA is that going into this site, Kenji only has 20 HP, but he's holding it so well. The slow peek with... Oh man, the slow peek into the ghost there, and Kenji just had his crosshair lined up properly. Just 2 taps and they're both out. I was going to say, yeah, you know, Kenji's a lower HP player. They can just blitz the site, but it was too slow. They did not time it correctly, I believe. Yeah, it took a lot of time to try and find that mid hit, but the mid kill didn't come through.
Click, click, says Kenji as he seals that round. Licks the adhesive of that envelope. And now, 8-5. RDA, they're struggling a little bit on towards, and they have a couple of pistols bought up here. But I'm genuinely worried for them.
See, the thing is, I pulled up. Oh, hey, hold up.
Oh.
Oh, hold up.
Down mid.
Ben's going for it. Yeah, again, no armor. The bit tagged down in HP as well. Oh, and long range stinger as well to close down catwalk. Second kill is there, going for Sube. He's down and out. Mark L is left all alone. Classic, he hears this guy running up on him, but this corner might be checked, and it is. Yeah, right click's not going to do anything. So Temps, good little triple kill. Flawless into their 9th round is LaZe. So the thing I was going to pull up is the fact that LaZe actually have a interesting percentage on ascent, right? So yes,
Really?
yes, they've only really played this once, right? They won, and again, it's a hard game. It was against DSG. DSG love ascent. They only won 22% of their attacking rounds. They won 50% of their defense rounds.
Whew. Yeah, they've been one of the teams that have really looked impressive on their defense, haven't they? Because we've had a lot of teams that impresses on their attack, but on the defense, LaZe really seem like they have their playbooks figured out here. Across all the maps, actually. We talk about their patient attack, but we talk about Zan's snipers as well. As Jensen's gonna get dunked onto his B main here. It's gonna spell danger for RDA now for the rest of the round. They're missing that B main avenue for the push. Temps does find that pick on towards Fixie as he tries to swing out here. And Divine, he survives that.
Okay, so 40 seconds left into the round. Sube has to check this corner. He has to be really fast. So check it. He runs out of ammo. No way. And Zan manages to pull off this singular bullet left. He's 1 HP as well. Oh, and Lenny just dies straight up towards the lane there by... Oh, man. Sorry. Doctor dies up towards by Lenny. I'm sorry. I'm so flabbergasted by that. Zen winning out that fight 1 HP. I swear. I swear Sube is probably slamming his desk after that one.
Yeah, it really looked like RDA had a chance to come back into the round with a couple of picks, but somehow LaZe just managing to come out on top of those duels, and it's gonna be now the Zebras on double digits, while RDA, they're 5 rounds down. Long way to climb. They're gonna have Sheriffs no less this round. Margin of error is starting to dwindle down for the side of RDA. Not much rounds left to be played here now. It's gonna be called. Go for a bit of an A default here. We've seen the setup, right, from the side of LaZe. They have a very strong counter-offensive on towards B.
Flight.
So I think A will be the name of the game for RDA here. But I want to see how they tackle the task of cracking the tough nuts. That is, you know, Lenny. Lenny and Divine just on this A side. Oh, they're going to be the ones to get the first kills. But Mark Allen, Sube with the Sheriffs answered right back. Zan trying to overstay his welcome there. Look at this crossfire that's just going to be holding him here. Jansen gambling his chances here, but gets taken down with the wall back through a wall. It's going to be a double spray down from Sube. Now Kenji, all in his lonesome. The tides have turned.
Gosh.
Nearly finds a kill. Both of those players, but Mark L secures the round for his team.
That looked really scary for both of them to peek into that. The spacing was not as wide as they wanted it to be, I think, towards the end of the swing. And both of those players were really low HP. For a second, I thought Kenji had that one, but okay, RDA, they find they're thrifty as well. It's heroics, really. It's grasping at straws, but again, not over until it's over. 6th round for RDA, 10 still for LaZe. And Markel does have the divide up. Gonna see if that gets used ever, because we didn't even really see it used on the defense, huh? Did we?
Yeah. And now there's so many chances for this Astra ultimate to come down, but RDA, they're just gonna be finding their duels on towards mid here, just strong arming the round out of LaZe's hand. Sorry, I was trying to make sense of what was going on. Apparently, they just bulldozed their way towards mid. Fixie,
No,
go kill.
and Morkel finds that last shot too. Yeah, no, I'm trying to make sense of that too. They just go up and straight up infiltrate mid, find all those fights. Kill feed right just lights up red. And that gives them 2 ults to work with now going into this next round. They have Hunter's Fury available and they have the Rolling Thunder too. So there's a chance that we're going to be looking at quite the blitz into his site now. But of course, have to be careful around LaZe. They understand where to position themselves during a hard site crunch. Odin's going to be bought up as well for Lenny.
Blocking vision.
Such is the meta.
I think that's gonna be the play red. Because I think what LaZe are trying to do here is to play retake on towards a site, which is why the tripwires are set the way they are. Look at this Divine playing such a passive position. There's no way to hold this, right? The Astral Wall is gonna come out. Yeah, sure, the KO knife lands, but once the 8 seconds tick down. Wait, actually, this might be just enough time for LaZe here to reposition. And now Sube, he's going to be out of position to try to use his Hunter's Fury for that post plant. He's not going to be in main. And Rolling Thunder is going to come out late, but San avoiding it narrowly.
Oh,
In the end, does get taken down though, and RDA just answered that retake so beautifully. I didn't even have time to just talk about how those kills happen. They just shut it down so beautifully with the ultimates that they had in their back pockets there.
the timing was so good for Fixie to come around the smoke there as well. Zan going for the hero play with the knives, nearly finding the kill onto Sube, but he managed to just duck under towards the lip of the geometry of the map there. Dies straight up from the crossfire happening from Jansen down in lane. All the kills just came through, and look at this speed coming from Fixie, but he's shut down from Divine already. Divine does get out, 85 HP. Losing their primary duelist here is RDA. It's not going to be favorable, but they're still going to try and hit the site anyways. They've already got this far. They've already backed them up. They have their opening. Let's take it.
And now,
That's yet.
site is going to belong to RDA. Albeit, they are a man down. All ultimates have already been expended. Hunter's Fury deployed to try to catch a Divine there. There's not going to be too much of an advantage to speak of. The Hunter's Fury does come out from Lenny as well to try to flush out the site. They will pick up Mark L here, and the rest of the players from the side of LaZe, they're just going to be flooding this bomb site. As RDA just dies a slow death here onto his A main position, but Jansen, he will go quietly into the night, getting 3 kills to answer for it, but unfortunately Kenji just shutting him out of that round.
Oh, that looked a little bit dicey, but handled really well. Yeah, I think if Jansen had a little bit more HP, wins out that fight, just swings out, there's a chance he just gets a miraculous ace clutch into the post plant, but that's a whole different universe. LaZe did really, really well to go back into that site. Hunter's Fury coming through, taking out the players over the door, creating some more space for Temps and Zen going for their entry as well back into the retake. And Jansen, yeah, they made note of where he played last time for sure. So they know they just can crunch him towards wine in main.
Oh. That's going to be another play early on that's caught out from the side of LaZe. They were trying to go for the fault line play on towards a main, but the KO knife is going to be huge and sad. Oh, the pull from the smoke is going to catch out Fixie though. Sube. Pick and return. That's 2 players already down. Your Sova, your Jet. Leaves you with so little options to play the rest of the round out. But Jansen, with timings like this, he might just be the key to victory for his team here, because Look at this Lenny. He is up in the market position. He does not know that someone has crossed over towards CT. And the rest of RDA here, Divine as well, is going to catch the rotate out. Oh my god. This is going to be nuts because Mark out collapses on them. But the timing is just so off. And now Lenny catches off Jensen. That... What was going on that round lock?
Oh, the disaster. Okay, Jensen had so much space taken. He likely called his team over, and Doctor went for the rotation instead. And yeah, there's a little bit of a gap between him and Fixie, which is a good idea, right? It's a good idea. If Doctor is gonna get caught out, you can find the people running up there. But LaZe, that's not even impatience. That was just them going straight for more fights, more info, I guess, and they just go double up. Why not, right? If they're gonna take up lane in the middle there, past catwalk and towards their spawn, yeah, just send more players in. Don't just send one. Put yourself at disadvantage.
Oh,
Zen already finding that opening kill. Yeah.
I have retrieved the spike.
Oh, he's just
got very early on. Mark out and taking down the spell. Oh, Thames, he just swings out through the smoke. And LaZe takes it across the board, 13-8 on Ascent, taking the series 2-0. A beautiful start to the week from LaZe once again here. And
they're great, aren't they? The Zebras.
yeah, they've really come into their element as the weeks have went by, maturing like a fine wine. And honestly, I am here for that. It's really interesting seeing how they've diversified their playstyle as well. Because honestly, we kind of like put them into a box with how they've played on their attacking rounds and how they play around those timings. But we've seen them, like, they have not been hesitating to take the fight towards RDA on Lotus with that Breach and Neon comp, just breaking the timings, just blitzing the sites. But yeah, let's take a look at the post-match stats for a second here on Scent. And we're gonna see it's just LaZe 14 first kills across the board. How many of those were on Zan's operator is the real question here.
Possibly just so many, right? We're gonna have to see once it goes through. 7 for RDA.
I'm thinking 7.
You think he has 7? Yeah, possibly. 7 first kills as well for RDA. But look at this. Look at the post-plant scenarios as well. Okay, RDA at 3-5, yes. The numbers, if you think about it, they're technically very, very close in terms of percentage. But this is way better for LaZe in comparison to last time on Lotus. So they've really had their post-plants done out really, really well. 6-7 on that, and here we go. Oh wow, yeah, right on the dot. 7 first kills for Zen, straight up. 243 ACS, 18 frags across the board, followed by Lenny and Tem 17, 16, 15 as well. Kenji Divine has 12, so nice little trickle of numbers on the side for LaZe. For RDA though, Jensen's going to be the MVP, and yeah, we did see Jensen do a lot of work this time. He's maneuvering the Cypher around, trying to find timings and everything, as well with the post plants in terms of a setup. He's doing really well. But unfortunately, for the team, while they did put up numbers, it's not the numbers that they want to be having against a very competitive LaZe. Those numbers do not look the same.
Oh yeah. Performance for Doctor and Fixie. We really expect so much more from these players, but against the likes of LaZe, it's gonna spell a bit of trouble here. But now, I think we should take a look at the match MVP here against Zan. 7 first kills, by the way. You know what this means? Half of his team's first kills are his.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Just going in, taking the fights. That's what you want from him. That's what he's been doing these past 4 weeks. That's what he's been doing since Split 1, right? He's absolutely an aggressive piece on the board for any team to have. And luckily for LaZe, this is what they do have. You know, look at the stats to back it up as well. All good numbers across the board. So that was Ascent. Ascent was picked over